So, hello everyone, Michael Carlson, doing my install video for Braum Racing. As I showed in my last unboxing video, I got sponsored by Braum Racing. I have gone ahead and assembled my first seat so I could understand, how to build it. Didn't look like an idiot trying to assemble it for an hour and a half, not knowing what I was doing. So, this is what it's going to look like when it's finished. I got my other seat here. I'm about to take it out the wrap. And the rest of the parts, so we'll just go ahead and get into it. So I have an RX-7. I don't know if it's just from Braum Racing. I've watched some of the other videos to try and get some information as well on how I was supposed to assemble this. This bracket helps with the seat to the sliders. So for the universal sliders, I guess the seats. The bolts that are in the bottom of the seat are a different, size and spacing around the bottom of the seat to go to the bracket. So that's what this helps with. So this will sit in between the rails, the universal rails, and the seat itself. So we'll go ahead and unwrap this. And I found the easiest way to do this is to have the seat in front of me facing down. So we'll pull that out next. So I like to put it face down so I can see the bottom. So on the bottom here, if you look, you can see the bolts already come in. So we just have to unscrew those. Yeah, there we go. Found that these just come in hand tight, not super difficult to get off. Alright, so with this seat while assembling it, I noticed an issue with the universal sliders. So these will line up this way to where the sliders mount here and these bolts line up on the seat. Now, when I was installing this other one, when these washers were on these bolts here, the sliders did not clear the bolt, so I wasn't able to adjust the seat back and forth because it kept catching on the head of these bolts here. So it's kind of a little bit thick. But if you take the washer off and put it down flush, it clears. So I mounted the other one without the washers to just these four right here. So we'll go ahead and mount these without the washers. Just line up the holes there nice and easily. Turns in, hand threaded, make sure we can adjust it so it lines up nice and flush with the rest of the holes on the seat. Like so. And then after they're all in, we can just tighten them down. Sorry, I'm having one of those mornings. The sliders, or the rails, seat rails, which are in this bag. We'll unbox now. So, number 1 and number 2. Alright, and then I need my bag of hardware. Okay, now the way that these mount, you're going to put this flush side, or the thick side, towards the seat. And the reason why I put the seat facing down is because you want, see how this this is where your handle comes onto the seat. You want this kind of like lip right here facing the front of the seat, so that, because it when you put this on, it has holes in. Unwrap this here. This is the handle. Alright, so these two holes right here on the side of the handle push in right there, and then you want this riding right here, and then this piece will face up, so it has a kind of bend to it. Hold it sideways there, you see a slight bend to it, so that it clears, and then just like that, and you can pull up on it, and it will adjust or it'll actuate the rails right here. So you can see, pushes up on the rails, and you will be able to slide the rail back and forth. So for now, we're going to just install this piece. I'm taking these nuts off. To the point where, or on the point that you need, mine is the second hole, and it goes on just like that. Then I need my handy tool.
Ninja.
Just like that. And then for the other side, just push down, just the rail the other way. Just the bolt. Go. And then just adjust it back. Bang. And then you have one seat rail. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, if you look how close these are, if you put the washers on the bolts, the bottom piece of the rail. Alright, so if you look, right, there would usually be washers underneath this bolt right here. But if you don't, if you put the washers on, there's not going to be enough clearance between this piece of the rail and the bolt itself to slide back and forth. So I made that judgment call to remove the washer
Ninja.
so I can have that clearance. Alright, next will be, let's prop this up here. Got both of our seat rails installed for making them slide back and forth. They clear all the bolts. Next is going to be the handle. So this simply just clips in, one piece. Just like that. That's not all the way fastened down, so and just push on these. Slides. Rails slide just fine. Rails slide just fine. And they lock in place. So there we go. Nice and easy. Let's go back and adjust this real quick so that it's not sliding around. Okay.
Ninja.
Okay, alright, so we've installed the handle. Again, you have to adjust it a little bit. You will have to bend it back just slightly to clear this. And then you may have to, I watched a video on these, so that I would understand a little bit better how these would go in. The handle here, if you put it in, if you have access to a vise, you can place this in the vise just here, and then tighten the vise down all the way, and it will push this into the pins, and it will sit in place. If not, you can do it the way I did it, which is put one side in, bend or pull it in, has some springiness to it, it'll push itself out, and then with a hammer you can just tap on it lightly. Vigorously, as I did, to tap it into place just a little bit better. And that's what I did. So now that we've done that, we're going to install planet seat bracket. So, important, okay? This piece right here is for your seat belt. So, right, this is the way it goes on with your seat belt to the back. I'm going to do the bottom pieces first this time because they're more easy to get into. More easy. They're easier. Pardon my terrible English. More easy. More easy. So lift this up. Push down on that. Just slide the brackets all the way down. So it slides. There we go. Make sure that they're even too. Okay. Now we're going to tap into our mounting hardware bag. Pull these out of here. You're going to have silver washers, same bolts as before, and same thread locking nuts. I need that Allen wrench, and then our 1/2 inch. That. Hold the Allen in place. Washer and thread lock nut. Adjust. This is the one we had.
Ninja.
Look at me bleeding from my car.
Ninja.
Have one assembled seat. Of course, we're going to do a quick rail check, make sure it locks and moves back and forth like it's supposed to, so you know I'm not sliding back and forth in my car. So it's locked. Goes back and forth. Locks in place. So it has a little bit of play, but I think we'll be all right. All right. So there we go. One assembled racing seat, Braum Racing, and we'll go down to the car and get these installed. Like a glove. Where's that one? There it is. Okay, so that's a different thread length than the other one. Yeah. Trips to AutoZone needed. Alright, that one's down. We're gonna do this. So I had an issue with getting the driver's seat out. So look, lovely, freaking rusted to shit. So we had to go get thread penetrating oil. Get that unseized. I'm gonna go to AutoZone and get a bolt to replace this as soon as possible. Shout out to the Royal Alliance crew and my man's Jonathan Balderrama for filming for me.
Ninja.
What are we doing? So the planer bracket sits just over this, so I can't put the socket wrench on there. Make sure the adjustments work. The moment of truth. Adjust this back, make sure the door closes. Check that. Okay, clear. Okay, alright, well there we go. Seats installed. Braum Racing. These look so nice. And I sit actually I sit a little bit lower than I did before in the car, considering how tall these seats are, which is pretty nice. Feel very, I don't know, I feel more like upright. Feels pretty good. So really happy with these seats. Thank you Braum Racing for the sponsorship. Again, shout out to Royal Alliance crew and Jonathan Balderrama for filming. And yeah, that's it. So, install complete. Deuces.